Would you believe if somebody told you that you can earn 200+% on your investment? Well, Yieldnodes actually claims that. What is Yieldnodes? We'll find out that in today's video. Welcome to the Wave Crypto Club. We talk about all things crypto. In today's video, we'll try and address two things, right? What is Yieldnodes and why I think Yieldnodes could be a scam. So this is a high scam warning, right? So what's Yieldnodes? Now, Yieldnodes essentially is in the space called masternoding, right? So what's masternoding? Well, let's start with Bitcoin. Right? So how does Bitcoin run? Now, Bitcoin runs on something called proof of work, for which you need computing resources that you have to deploy so that you can mine Bitcoin and keep the network running. Now, it became over a period of time it became very expensive, and people started this concept of cloud mining and so on, where you did not really have to buy the hardware yourself. Somebody else would do it, and then you could just invest into it, like invest a small part of your money into it. So you need not buy the entire mining rig. You could probably just buy a small percentage of it, and you would get that much share of revenue. I tried that myself. A while back, invested about roughly about $1,000 in it, and it failed spectacularly. And one of the reasons why I've been so concerned about such kind of models is that I've been through it. I've burned my finger, and yield node seems to be something on the lines of that. Now, instead of proof of work, this is on the proof of stake model, where they are creating these nodes. So they use your money, build the nodes, and these nodes are used to do the staking and so on. And they promise you roughly about 213% annual returns based on whether you're compounding it and not compounding it and so on. Seems like an insane amount of money, but is it really? Like, does it really work that way? Will you be able to get so much? Well, if you look at what they're claiming, they're historically claiming year on year enormous amount of yield, right? Month on month enormous amount of yield. Their yield seems to be like well more than 10 20% every month. They start off with a very basic plan of 500, right? At your minimum deposit is about 500 euros and a maximum of 250,000 euros, and the payout is monthly. You can cancel the contract anytime after the 6 months. Now, they go ahead one step and say that should the yield drop below 5% for 3 consecutive months, your rental payment will be returned along with any accrued profits. So is this a scam? Does it actually seem like a scam? I think it's a scam, right? Why do I think so? Well, I have a few reasons. Starting with this. Reason 1, they're trying too hard to prove that they aren't a scam. What do I mean by that? Let me show you. They have an update on signups, right? If you look at their website, you see this pop-up that keeps coming here on the right. Every few minutes you will get a pop-up here on the website saying that, hey, somebody registered. Somebody registered 3 hours ago, somebody registered 2 minutes ago. Every few seconds you will get a pop-up saying somebody registered. That itself is like a big alert, right? You don't see Binance or Coinbase or any of your regular, look at that, you just got another pop-up, just registered, per from Brisbane, Queensland. You don't see, let's say, a major crypto website like a Binance actually telling you who registered and they registered right now or not, right? They're trying too hard to say they're not a scam. That itself is like a big red flag for me. And then there's the testimonials, right? Too hard, too many testimonials, too many people trying to prove that, hey, we are all in it, we are all trying to invest our money in this, it's perfectly safe and so on. You do not see, like, this is overdoing something, right? That's one big red flag for me already. And then there's this audits, right? What's audits? Well, they invite a bunch of people, right? Apparently randomly selected, 5 randomly selected and so on. Now there are 10 people overall who come down to their office in Malta, and then these guys go through the entire financials and so on, and then they tell you whether it's worth it or not. What these guys recently found in July, this last month, is that they're over collateralized by more than 30%. That means the values of all coins held is exceeds the liabilities by 30%. That means if you have invested, they have enough and more money to return all your investment. That is what they claim in this particular audit, right? So they have an entire thing on who are these people who are auditing, who is coming down, are they paid or not, etc., etc. They're saying that they receive no payment and etc., etc. However, if you look at the risk assessment sheet, they mention something else. Are you regulated or audited? It says we aren't, but we are open to explore regulations/licensing, etc., etc. Why are you not hiring an independent auditor? They say that nobody's willing to audit them. That's like a little odd, right? Why would people not be willing to audit them? If you pay an auditor enough money, he'll definitely come and audit them. I see real problems in statements like this, conflicting statements that really isn't going well with their entire story. Then there is this reason 2 of KYC and disclosures, right? If you go to their website, right, if you go and sign up, I just did. To deposit, there seems to be no KYC. Like if you go on Binance and you try to register on Binance, they will not even let you do anything without uploading all documents required for KYC. Here you can deposit, you can do all that process, you can give them the money without having to do any KYC, but for withdrawal, you need all these verifications to be completed. Your KYC needs to be completed. That seems very off. That's not something an established company would do. That's not a good practice at all. So why is withdrawable? That's not an established practice at all. Then there is this question of withdrawable money, right? So what does this mean? Now, if you're investing, let's say $1,000 or $500, whatever it is, your money is accruing, right? You're getting a particular amount of money every month for the returns that they're supposed to give you. 15% of it is what they take as a fee. The rest is part of your withdrawal money. At least that's my understanding of it. This happened to me with the cloud mining in Bitcoin that I sort of got into a few years back, where the withdrawal money was so low that it was less than the minimum withdrawal limit, and hence I could never withdraw it. So what they did was they gave me so less returns after I invested, which did not include the money that I invested, that it was below the withdrawable amount limit. Here I think it is 100 euros or something, which is the withdrawable limit. So you should get a minimum of that much for you to be able to withdraw. That means anybody who's investing very less amount of money, and probably if they twist the story and tell you, hey, we didn't make so much money, then you're screwed. You're not able to get your money back. Right? That is like a big concern for me. Then there is this risk disclosure policy, right? The entire PDF is here, but this is on their website. But I will just highlight a few points that I felt was necessary. Point number 1 was the company will not accept any liability or responsibility for any resulting losses. Right? That means, they're telling you that, hey, you invested your money, but sorry, we don't really take liability for any loss that might happen. But on the main page, it was a completely different story where they're telling you if it ever falls below 5%, we'll return your money and all that. See the difference? The company does not, nor any of its directors, agents, guarantee repayment of capital or payment of income in relation to any funds deposited with the company or any transactions undertaken. So they are telling you that, hey, we will, you have to sign this agreement that says we do not guarantee repayment of your money. This is what you're signing, by the way, to complete your KYC. And then point number 9, no guarantees of profit. Right? You see how the main page and the risk disclosure policy that you ultimately sign to complete your KYC is telling you completely different stories. That really put me off. Then there's the team. Right? So if you go to their website, right, there's a team section, the core team. There are 4 members. I went through their LinkedIn profiles and barely any activity, right? Once in a while. I saw one activity maybe 2 months ago, and then the activity before that was more than 2 years ago. I don't think anybody who is a public figure of a large company would ever not have LinkedIn activity, right? That is a big problem for me. Then there's YouTube activity. Now, if you go to YouTube, you'll see the CEO giving some interviews, right? What's interesting about this? Well, the CEO has given interviews to all these channels which seem to have very less subscribers. Right? Let me show you this. It has 325 subscribers. Why would a CEO of a large company give an interview to a channel that has such less subscribers? In fact, my channel has 300 something subscribers, and I haven't ever received any invitation from any CEO to come and talk on this. In fact, I find it difficult to even get some of my friends to come as a guest speaker here. Right? So YouTube activity wise, I feel a lot of problems there. Then the core business itself, masternoding. If you go on their website, they are masternoding for a few cryptos. What are these cryptos? Well, let's look at the list. Yeah. Let's look at this list of cryptos here. Now, if you look at these lists, Tritium, Volt Watch, Sapphire, Heliobank, 777 Jackpot, Ultra Clear, Crypto Flow. Have you heard of any of these cryptos ever? Right? I have not heard of. Like most of them I had not heard of. So I did a random sampling. I randomly picked up names and tried to search for them on CoinGecko, and this is what I found. Right? If you see Tritium, it does not even have a listed market cap. I think this is not even listed on any exchange. Its 24-hour trading volume was like $2,000. This is one of the cryptos that they're masternoding for, by the way. Right? Look at Sapphire, another one. Right? No market cap again. This is fairly significant trading volume, but still no market cap. Azure, 2 million market cap. That's some extremely small crypto, right? 24-hour trading volume is like $900,000. That's insignificant, honestly. That's like one trade. Crypto Flow, $54 of trading volume in the last 24 hours. Right? Then there is Saga. It doesn't even have any trading volume, right? These are the cryptos that they're masternoding for. Now, how do you expect me to believe that you're able to generate 15%, 20% returns on a monthly basis when you're masternoding for such cryptos that I've never heard of? Let's look at a simple thing, right? How much does Ethereum staking make? If you Google that, you'll find that maximum annual reward rate is around 18.1% for Ethereum staking. That's annual, right? If you call that monthly, that's about 1.5%. And Yieldnodes is telling you that you can do something like 15-20% a month, 238% a year. Doesn't that put you off at all? Right? Just look at the numbers. 238 versus 18. Where is that number? And in cryptos that you have never heard of before. These are the solid reasons why I believe that this could be just another deck of cards that might fall at any point of time if there is a bank run. So please be careful. Do your research, try and understand all this. I've linked this sheet as well in the description. I've linked all the things that I found in the description. Please go through all that before making any investment into it. I would strongly recommend to stay away from something like this. Always invest into things that are decentralized. You can put your money, you can stake on your own on decentralized protocols where you can withdraw your money at any point of time. You can choose tenures. There are flexible tenures as well. Go and choose some of them. There are enough liquidity pools. You can check out PancakeSwap. We did a video on them. PancakeSwap will. There are enough pools on which you can stake your money. You can earn some rewards from it. It's much better, much safer than any of these. Even though they're promising much higher returns, please be careful because these are very high risk items and possibilities of scam are very easy, especially when you delegate control of your money to someone else. I would strongly recommend you to invest in protocols that are decentralized and be careful, do your research. Having said that, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, tell your friends about it, and welcome to the Wave Crypto Club.